Hi, and welcome to A Better Place. Today we will be bringing you a second segment on early stimulation. We will be talking to an educator from the Hillside Christian Schools. Stay tuned, we will be right back. Hi, and welcome back to A Better Place. As I mentioned in the introduction, today we will be talking to an educator from Hillside Christian Schools about early stimulation. Teacher Doris, welcome to A Better Place.
Thank you.
Teacher Doris, before we get into the actual interview, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Doris George Richardson. I work at a Hillside Christian School, early stimulation section.
Okay, and how long have you been working in the early stimulation section at the Hillside Christian School?
I started there in the year 1991. But before I started, I used to work at a boutique. And as I was in a boutique, a pastor stepped in and he told me that don't think that I'll be spending all my years working in a boutique. From there, I started doing my training, the teaching course at SIFMA.
Okay. But why did the pastor tell you that, though? Because was he aware that you love children?
I will say so because he looked at me and he said, you have a love for children. So he just pushed me up and I just went and take it.
Okay, good. So you've been at the Hillside Christian School now for 19 years, is it?
Yeah, I started there doing my training first in 1991, October. And after I completed my studies, I was employed permanent in October 1993 until present.
So you've been in education quite a while.
Yes.
So you've basically seen about, what, 2 generations?
Yes, 2.
Pass through your hands.
2.
Okay. And how is it exactly working at early stimulation? Have you always worked in that section?
Yes, I always. Sometimes we have like a, let's say, for me to go to another class, I will just slip up my class, put an assistant there, and I will go to the other class. And
what class would that be, like a kindergarten?
Yes, the cycle 1, cycle 1.
Okay. So tell us now, what does early stimulation entail at the Hillside Christian Schools?
Okay, at the Hillside School, early stimulation, we start our day at 7:30 a.m. and it ends at 12:30 p.m. Each day we start with devotion. And the daily schedule has activities such as music, ring and sing games, big book, and also have a time where the children can choose the development materials to play with.
Okay, what is big book exactly?
Big book is where you introduce story time. You introduce the parts of the book, book awareness. And as you read, they can read along with you.
But why is it called big book?
Why we say it's big book is because it's big enough, the prints are large, okay, and the children be able to recognize certain words, certain letters.
So it's a big book?
Yeah, big book, a big book.
Okay, and how do the children experience that?
They experience a big book because it's colorful, it's interesting, the prints are large enough for them. and interesting.
Right, it makes it quite
Interesting for them.
So you said your day starts at 7:30
Yes.
and it ends at 12:30. Is that the regular schedule for the entire school, or is that a special schedule for early
That's
stimulation?
for the early stimulation and cycle 1. The higher grades ends at 12:45, 10 to 1. Different days.
Okay, good. So you said that in the early stimulation, you have music, you have story time. Do you follow the same routine every day?
No.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Let's say, for instance, on Mondays, if we have the big book on Monday, the Tuesday we'll have like the music, the Wednesday will be the ring and sing games. It changes daily.
So you don't have like a set schedule where you say on Monday from 7:30 to 7:45 we do devotion.
Yes.
From 7:45 to 7:50 we do ring and sing, for example.
Yes, we do.
You do?
Yes.
But you just change it up a bit, that's what you're telling me?
Yes, we change it up, yes.
And how many classes do you have of early stimulation at the Hillside Christian School?
We have 2 classes to early stimulation at the Hillside Christian School. And in August, we're going to have another campus in Cahill.
And then they would also have
an early stimulation there also.
Early stimulation groups there as well.
Yes.
Okay, so Teacher Doris, I know that early stimulation starts at 3 years old at the other schools which have early stimulation. Is that the same at Hillside School?
Yes, it's the same at 3 years. The child have to be 3 years old and potty trained to enter the early stimulation.
Okay, well, that's basically the same requirement at other early stimulations as well. Would you say that it's challenging working with 3-year-olds, or it's just a whole bunch of fun?
I will say it's challenging. Why? It's because each child comes from a different background, and each one of them need different attention and different needs. So I, as the educator, have to meet the needs of each one of them and let them know that they're being loved.
Right. So how many children are you talking about? How many children are in your class?
I have 31 students in my class.
31?
31, yes.
Students in your class?
Yes.
Is that the same in the other early stimulation class?
The other one has about 28, 29. 28, 29.
Close
They're close by, yeah.
Okay, and does that pose a challenge sometimes, having that many children in a class?
I won't say no. Why? Is because I have assistants. And when assistance is there, it gives me a chance to work with those that need the special attention, and for me to help them to move on a level that I want them to get to.
So you have more than one assistant in the classroom?
We have one assistant, yes.
Only one?
Yes, only one.
Okay, and that's all the time, or that's on specific days?
Well, it varies, because one day she's by me, the other day she goes to the other early stimulation.
Okay, so that can be challenging though. I mean, because if you have the assistant, it makes it quite easy for you to move around and maneuver your classroom.
Yes, it does.
But without the assistants, 31 3-year-olds.
Just like meet all of them needs, be there for them. And you have different behavior, different attitudes. So.
Okay, Teacher Doris, thanks for that information thus far, but we need to go to a break. Stay tuned, we will be right back.
I need a favor. I don't have a lock for my bike, and I'm just wondering if maybe you could run into the store and grab me some tampons.
Tampons?
Are you kidding me?
Well, how about you just go in there and I'll just watch your bike?
I don't know the first thing about buying that stuff.
What stuff?
What do you have to get?
You can't say tampons?
I just won't do it,
Even if I was your mother.
even if he was my mother.
Can I buy toilet paper? Will that work?
No!
UBEC Kotex, a new line of tampons, pads, and liners.
Are you looking for that prescription that the doctor just gave to you and you can't find it at no other pharmacy? Well, the Orange Grove Pharmacy is where you should be. The Orange Grove Pharmacy, we carry a wide range of American and European prescriptions and drugstore items. We also do personal care products. We offer friendly services and 24 hours emergency delivery. Charges may apply. We're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., Saturdays, 9 to 1 p.m. Orange Grove Pharmacy, supporting a healthy lifestyle.
Hi and welcome back to A Better Place. So Teacher Doris, let's continue. Tell me, how does the philosophy of the Hillside Christian School play a part in the early stimulation section for you?
Sharing God's love and meeting each student individually and bringing out the truth, the love for them.
Okay, so basically the philosophy of the school is to share God's
love.
So does that mean that every day you have daily devotions, you said already?
Yes, every day.
And what does that entail? Tell me a little bit about your daily devotions then at the school.
Okay, the daily devotion from Monday to Friday, we have devotion in separate classes where it entitles prayer, Bible story, Bible songs, a Bible text. It includes also dramatizations, which will dramatize the story, and also retell the story. That's from Mondays to Thursdays. And on Fridays, there's a general assembly in the gym hall for the early stimulation along with cycle 1. And in the general assembly, the teachers will be assigned to take up that morning. And there they sing songs together, they have class specials. Each class will give us class special, what they have done for the week or what they have done for the month.
Okay, that's nice. So everyone gets a chance to show what they've learned and also to basically showcase their class. That's something different, you know. But because you said that sharing God's love is the, well, I guess the mission, one of the missions of the Hillside Christian School, it's a school that is basically very based towards Christianity.
Yes, it does.
And how do you, besides then the daily devotions, deal with Christianity within your classroom setting?
Well, I will let the children know that no matter what it does, no matter where you go, no matter how you behave, God is still in the midst, in the classroom with us. He's on the playground with us, he's in the classroom with us, and we expect good behavior.
And another question about the Christianity. It doesn't matter what religion you are, though, in order to attend the Hillside Christian School.
It's open.
It's an open...
It's open, yes.
School. So it accepts Methodists, it accepts
Methodist, Adventist,
Catholics,
Baptist, it doesn't matter.
Well, that's good to know. Let's get back now to the early stimulation part of it. You talked about the music, you talked about the various activities. But what about the art form of painting and drawing? Is that also a part of your daily routine?
Yes, it is.
And what do they do?
For the art, we say culture and artistic. We call that culture and artistic. There they will finger paint, they will color, free drawing, free cutting, tear and paste with the fine motor skills to develop their skills.
Okay, so when you say free drawing, that's basically that what? They take a pen or a pencil and they
will draw, and then whatever they draw, I will ask them, what did you draw? And then I will make a note of it. Well, this is my mommy cooking. If it's just how they give it to me, I will write it.
Okay, so that's what the free drawing is all about.
Yes. Or sometimes, depends on whatever story I read to them, I will tell them, okay, go and draw something from the story and tell me what part of the story did you draw.